Procrastination can sabotage the goals you have for your life. And today I want to talk with you about the step before procrastination, which is resistance. I'm Missy Hughes. I'm a productivity coach, and I teach you simple steps to get things done. Use the link in the comments to sign up for your free consultation. So, where I will help you spot the resistance in your life and help you work through that and identify solutions. So, procrastination is something we do where we've identified this thing. I want to do something, I need to do something, or I should do something, and yet we don't do it. You have the thought somewhere along the way of like, I don't want to, or I don't think I can, or I don't know how, or any flavor of that. But in the background, it's I'm not. But procrastination is the decision to do something else. Procrastination is saying, here's the thing, I say no, and here's what I'm not going to do this, and I am going to do that instead. So before that, if we look at before procrastination, if we look what's going on in those thoughts, I don't think I can, I don't want to. Those thoughts lead to resistance. They lead to that feeling in your body of like, nope, not happening. And so in those thoughts, there's a layer beneath, I don't want to. We could say, what are the reasons you don't want to? What's behind what you don't want to? And most of the time, there's something telling you it's not going to go well. There's some fear that I'm going to mess it up, or I'm going to fail at it, or people are going to think spit thoughts. They're going to feel a certain way about what I'm doing, and that's going to be uncomfortable for me. And so when we're in that, we see this in social structures as well. You have a group of people that say this needs to happen this way, and you have another group of people that say nope, not happening. And these people immediately undergo sabotage, undergo resistance, undergo all the ways that that thing is not going to happen. And so you see this fight, right? The fight begins. And that fight, looking back to, okay, I'm not out there waging war in my internal landscape, but aren't you a little bit? Because when you are procrastinating, and that step before, when you are feeling that resistance, there is a fight. There is something that says, I want this, I need this. Something's telling me I should go in this direction, but there's this discord. There's this fight that says, yeah, but. So that yeah, but can take a really rough turn in our bodies. That sort of war, that discord, that resistance can be a signal to our bodies. It's not going well. Abandon, abandon, alert, alert. It leads to a nervous system reaction in our bodies. So going back to that, going back to those thoughts of I can't, or I'm not, I don't know how, or I'm not going to do it well. There's this fear that the place where you are now is not sufficient to go through whatever you're trying to get to. And those fears get in your way. So recently, I discovered that I had made a huge error on my taxes. So turns out I hadn't done this the year before. So it wasn't part of the template I was using for this year. I forgot to claim all the money I had already paid in taxes, the prepayment of my personal business. I just forgot about them. I just didn't notice them. It wasn't in the thing. It wasn't in the spreadsheet. I missed it. I made an error. Now, listen, that's a pretty good error in my favor because now I get money back where I didn't before. Now I do. That's a really good thing. So, in the logical world, in the logical realm, someone would say, whoop, whoop, let's celebrate, right? But what did I do? I logged it in my mind. I made an error, pretty big one, and I went into this flood of shame. This flood, I mean, it's like I feel it like someone is pouring just a huge gloppy jug of junk all over me, and I feel it like a whole, like my whole, all the cells are covered in this gunk. That's what shame feels like for me. And I felt that. I mean, my body responded with the jug of gunk, even though it was a good thing. I'm sharing that because we can tell ourselves this thing isn't a big deal. This shouldn't be a big deal. No big deal. Why am I resisting this thing? Why am I procrastinating this something that I want or something that I think I need? Something I'm trying to go in this direction, but I'm messing it up. It shouldn't be a big deal. That's what we tell ourselves. And logically, we look on a piece of paper. If we were to look on it, put down the list, is it a big deal or is it not? We'd probably tell ourselves it's not a big deal. The body doesn't necessarily care about logic all of the time. The body cares mostly about survival. So if you have an idea that you're going to do it wrong in your background, and that elicits this reaction of when you do it wrong, that's unsafe, then your body will say, let's promote the fear. Let's push the fear forward and the logic back so that we can prevent you from doing something unsafe. This is a concept that really blew my mind. Our survival brain doesn't care if we're happy. It just cares that we're safe. I mean, what? We've always been told that we should pursue happiness, that it is our right to be happy. Like I then take that and say, it is my right to be happy, not just to pursue happiness, to be happy. So if I think it's part of our Constitution, we have the right to pursue happiness, I think let's go. Happiness is the number one goal. Body doesn't think that way though. Your body is like, let's survive. Let's do all the things that keep us safe first. Happiness comes later. So, when you're thinking it's not a big deal, even if it's logically not a big deal, sometimes you use that against yourself. So sometimes when you're like, but Missy, that's not a big deal. And then you go into, yeah, and you should just do it. Just do it. Just like Nike. Now, Nike's inspiring, but when I say that to myself, it's not so inspiring. It's a little nasty. It's a little bit like, why aren't you good enough to just do it, to just do it? So be careful with how you use logic, because if your body's telling you, but your mind's like, it's not a big deal, that's resistance. And what I want to offer you is number one, noticing that is one of the most evolved things that you can do. Hey, my body is giving me an alarm. My check engine light is on. My smoke alarm's going off. Like I see crazy lights when it should be calm in here. When you can start to see in yourself, oh, my alarms are going off, then you can get curious. But before you get curious, what's really important to do is go into your body. because your body is freaking out. Your body's giving you the alarm. So if it's the smoke alarm, go in and turn the smoke alarm off. So step one in this whole process of, okay, I'm procrastinating, I'm backing up, I'm noticing resistance. Okay, now what do I do about it? Number one, you turn the alarm off. You go into your nervous system and tell it that you're safe. So, a couple of ways to do that. They're all very simple. Put your hand on your heart, just right in the middle, right over your heart, whatever. You put your hand on your chest. That's calming. Another thing to do is what I just did, that deep breath. Put your hand on your heart and take a deep breath. But when you take that deep breath, close your mouth. That closing of your mouth, when we pant, it tells our nervous system that we need to haul buns, that we need to be running. We're in fight or flight. And if fighting isn't working so well, if the resistance is crumbling, we need to run. And that panting, breathing in and out quickly through your mouth, tells your body, giddy up and go, run. So we want to close your mouth, take a deep breath in. When you exhale longer than you inhale, it calms your nervous system. So if I say 1, 2 in, and then I do 3 out, it's calming. You can do 4 and 5. You can do 5 and 6. Doesn't matter. You can do 1 and 2. Just do longer on your exhale. You can put both feet on the ground. Get grounded. So if you're standing and both feet have the weight of your body and you're standing, that's literally grounding. It tells your body that you have the strength. You can stand tall with your chest, so lengthening through your spine. That's another way of doing it. So doing all of this together, you can do it all. Put your hand on your heart, close your mouth, stand up, put your feet on the ground. Stand up nice and tall, breathe in and out with a longer exhale. All of it together is nice. Take a little walk with those deep breaths. Anytime you're going across the body. So when you cross, foot steps and then the across the body has to stabilize, and then the other footsteps and across the body stabilizes you. So anytime you're in that pit pat, it calms the nervous system. Now, not if you're hauling buns necessarily, but sometimes you can run it out and then come to that. So that can be useful too, to let your body process, we were just in an alarm state, and then to come down from that. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. So those are all just suggestions, you may have some of your own. You may know more. You can Google how to calm your nervous system. You can find all the ways to do that. Those are just quick and easy, don't cost any money, don't take a whole lot of time. In under a minute and 30 seconds, you can feel calmer and clearer. This is where you take the body, calm the body down, and then the mind can open up a little bit. Because when you're in that fight or flight, when you're in that solid resistance and the alarms are going off, you cannot think straight. All your body is focused on is surviving. And so you don't go to that place where, but I want to thrive. I want to do more than just survive. You can't get there when your body is in an alarm state. So next is just say the words out loud or in your head, I am safe. You can think about, I say this to my dog all the time. She hates thunderstorms. And so she's like, hiding under the bed and getting under the bed. And she's pacing around. She's going in the bathroom. I don't know what she thinks the bathroom's going to do. But when I talk to her, I say, you're inside. None of that water is getting to you. None of that electricity is getting to you. It's all outside and you're inside safe. None of the wind is getting to you. You're safe. Now, she doesn't believe me, but she's in a different state. So something that's calming for dogs is that squeeze. So those thunder shirts are supposed to give them that sense of like squeezing in and being safe. But we're not calming the dogs down right now. We're calming ourselves. So you repeat the words, I'm safe. Now you're in the place where you can start to discover with curiosity, what am I afraid of? What are the fears that are swirling through my brain? And listen, try your best not to judge them. So I, for whatever reason, hate making mistakes. Now, listen, it's not that I think I'm perfect. I make mistakes all the time, but I want to tell you that I'm making the mistake. I don't want you to discover that I've made the mistake. That's a big deal for me. And listen, it's just a silly fear. When you discover a mistake, you don't come at me with a machete. I'm safe, but that's one of my irrational fears. So say you can use in your mind or you write these down. I really encourage you to write them down. You can use the words, I wonder what's holding me back. I wonder what I'm afraid of. I wonder if I can discover all the fears that are creating resistance for me about this thing. Now, you're all dealing with different things. Maybe it's starting an exercise program. Maybe it's doing something for your business. Maybe it's doing something in your relationship. It does not matter, y'all. It doesn't matter what we're going after here. The only thing that you need to think about is what's the thing I'm going after that I'm procrastinating? What's the thing that I'm going after that I'm actually resisting along the way? So I wonder if I can find all the ways. I wonder if I can find 3 of the ways. I wonder if I can find 5 of the ways that I'm feeling resistance in this. Now, when you're trying to find these ways, you'll list things outside of you. You'll list like the weather or the economy or the whatever it is, the spiders, the snakes that you're afraid of, right? I want you to go a little bit deeper and I want you to get to the beliefs. What are you believing about that thing? If there's a spider, it could kill me. That's what makes it scary. Not that it has 8 legs, right? What's unsettling about a snake? It slithers around. I don't even understand how it does that. It's not the fact that a snake is a big pile of muscles that makes it scary. It's that some of them are poisonous and can kill us with the bite. It could kill me. That's what you want to uncover. What am I believing about this thing? I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm totally incapable. I don't have the money. I don't have the energy. I don't have the health. I don't have the stamina. I don't have the education. People are going to think I'm silly. People are going to judge me. People are going to think I'm stupid. People are going to, all of these things are beliefs that you're repeating that are holding you back. Even if you can't hear them loudly, they're giving you the resistance that then turns on your alarms, that then stops you from doing the things that you're going towards. So once you get to those beliefs, I want you to use something I've learned from someone named Byron Katie. She asked 2 questions. Take each of your fears, each of those beliefs, and you say, is it true? Now, you'll say, yes, it's true. I don't know enough. Or I don't have the money. You'll say, is it true? Then I want you to ask, is it absolutely true? I mean, 100% true. Like not even a little sliver that's not true. Is it absolutely true? You'll find some holes in your beliefs when you get to that one. Oh, I don't have the money. Could I save the money? Oh, I don't have the energy. Could I do something differently? Could I take the energy from somewhere else, not do this and do that? You'll find it's not always absolutely true. So the next step, once you find that out, you can look at each of your points and ponder, what am I willing to believe? I'm willing to believe I could save the money. I'm willing to believe I could find the time. I'm willing to believe I can build my energy. I'm willing to believe I can start. What are you willing to believe when it comes to each of those fears? And then I want you to decide the first step could be. The first step could be this. I wanted you to do something tiny. The first step could be I can get out my notebook and write down all the steps. The first step could be I could call somebody who's done this before. The first step should be small if you can. And you always can. Make it small. And then I want you to say, I will complete this first step at this time today. Put a put a space, find the space to do that one thing. Because when you don't do it, then you get back into the procrastination, then you get back into the resistance, then you get back into the fear, then you get back into the alarm state. Take the tiniest step you can take today and feel that momentum build. Go use the link to sign up for your consultation, to come and let's work together and identify your resistance and how we can work through it. I look forward to seeing you.